Moments away, and helping us out for our Gatorade starting lineups are the coaches Larry Brown and George Carl.
Hi, my starting lineup tonight will consist of Sam Cassell at the point. 11 assists and about 17 points would be fantastic. Ray Allen, our most talented and skilled basketball player, has a great matchup against Iverson. Glenn Robinson, the reason we probably won offensively in Game 6 and 7, hopefully he can keep his positive rhythm going. Irvin Johnson, MVP of our defense, MVP maybe of our team. Scotty Williams, we call him Psycho, but he can explode either way. He can explode on us or he can explode on Philadelphia.
Tonight our starting lineup will be Allen Iverson at guard, the MVP in the league and the highest scorer in the league, and the heart and soul of our team. Aaron McKee will play the point guard, a great defender, six-man, award winner and a terrific player. Dikembe Mutombo in the middle, defensive player of the year, great shot blocker and rebounder. Tyrone Hill, really hard worker, great post defender. And Jermaine Jones, a young kid who has the task of guarding Glenn Robinson.
Larry Brown, the latest in another postseason award for the Philadelphia 76ers. And for more on that, let's check in with Dee Lynam.
Thanks much, Dick. Yes, for the first time in Larry's 18-year NBA coaching career, he accepted the award for Coach of the Year. And by accepting that, the Philadelphia 76ers become the first team to collect 4 of the NBA's 6 postseason awards. Here's the good news. On the heels of each of the previous 3 presentations, the Sixers went out and won the playoff game at hand. And Hubie, as a former coach, you can appreciate that sometimes when things aren't going well, players will blame the coach. Allen Iverson, no more excuses for us, he said, not with Coach of the Year.
All right, Dee, and game underway, and Allen Iverson with a fall away. And the offensive rebound by Tyrone Hill. It's knocked away, so the Bucks with interior defense to start this game off. Irvin Johnson. Allen coming around, sets Iverson into a pick, loses him and banks it in.
When you look at Milwaukee, we realize the big 3, Robinson, Cassell, and Allen, they're perimeter jump shooting guys. The key tonight, they've got to get to the basket and get fouls so that Philadelphia will have to make necessary substitutions at the 4 and 5 position.
Steve Javie, Ron Garretson, and Joe DeRosa are the officials for Game 2. Here is Aaron McKee with a fall away. Aaron McKee, the 6th man of the year, but he has been a main man in the playoffs.
I like that. I like McKee. If Cassell's going to play him, take him down, post him up, force a double team, and open up easier shots if you pass out of the double team.
This is a jump shooting team, and when you shoot 39%, you won't get it done. Here is Scott Williams, the former Sixer, missing from outside, and you won't get a lot of offensive rebounds either. Here is Iverson behind Jermaine Jones. Pretty play by Iverson. And you remember 16 assists in Game 7 against the Raptors.
Now, you'd like to see him do more of that. That was an excellent. 2 players went to pick him up on the trap, and then by good movement, he'll find the guy on the dotted line in the paint because we know he can make the pass.
Sam Cassell and Mutombo knocking it into the hands of Aaron McKee.
Milwaukee's 4 and 5 position are being tested. Can you get to the offensive board and get easy shots? And then can you defend your own defensive board?
Jermaine Jones from the corner, but the offensive rebound by Tyrone Hill. Here's a 3 by McKee, and it goes off the rim. Crowd very much in this as they hope the Sixers get off to a better start than they did on Tuesday night.
In transition, defensively, Philly must match up quickly because Milwaukee will come down the floor on the fly, and they want to make at least 8 or 9 threes.
And here is Robinson getting underway with a penetration known for his perimeter shooting, ties the game at 4.
Yeah, I want to see him do that tonight. Take Jermaine Jones down in there, take McKee, post up McKee when he moves on to you, and let's punish them down on that block area.
He was giving Jones a defensive reputation in game number 1. Ball batted around, and the Sixers again dominating the offensive glass. Jermaine Jones misses a wide open jumper, and with nearly 3 minutes gone by, we're tied at 4. Cassell pulls up and hits. Sam Cassell, who had 20 points in game number 1, gives the Bucks the lead.
Milwaukee never out of the game because of their great shooting on the perimeter, their high percentage in three-point attempts, and then like that, the quick screen and roll for Cassell on either wing.
Here's Mutombo, who the Sixers went to early and often on Tuesday night. The double team and loses the ball as Williams and Urban Johnson with the double team. And here is Glenn Robinson hitting his second, so he's out of the shoot hot.
Well, you like to see that. You're a Milwaukee fan, you're pulling for them. You know they're great in transition. Philly likes this tempo. The key when you play Philly, though, is you cannot give them those 8-9-0 spurts that happen very quickly because of their defense.
And Robinson forcing the turnover to Cassell. 2-on-1. Nice. A pass to Scott Williams. And he missed the layup. Gets the rebound and still can't put it through. Trying to save it is McKee. Robinson finds Cassell. A spirited first quarter. And Cassell hits as the Bucks have run off 8 straight points.
You like the tempo. The tempo's great for television, Dick.
And that's our main concern.
Absolutely. And you're seeing good things early. The Bucks are making their shots. Philadelphia getting plenty of second shots.
Here's Jermaine Jones to Hill. Knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Cassell. 5 seconds on the shot clock as Larry Brown claiming that there should have been a foul on the play.
That was a beautiful pass by Jermaine Jones. Hill definitely was not ready for that pass.
Here's McKee. On the fall-away, out of bounds, and it'll still be Sixers ball with Milwaukee off to the hot start. Remember, Milwaukee was only 5 of 18 shooting in the first quarter. Iverson was 0 for 9 and was tied at 19. So Milwaukee wanting to quiet the crowd somewhat and get off to the better start. Iverson for 3. And we're going to have a loose ball foul inside.
Yeah, good call.
And it's going to go against Urban Johnson on the push-off.
Yeah, that's a battle underneath. Now remember, we emphasized at the top of the program that Philadelphia had 17 offensive rebounds. If you get 15 in this league in any game, that is a ton. 17 is brutal. So you know that your front line is being outworked. That's why we say Urban Johnson, Scott Williams, a lot of pressure on them, and Big Dog has got to help out on that defensive board.
And there's Iverson. And it goes through. Allen Iverson gets the high bounce as he connects with his first field goal after missing his first 3 shots of the game. Here's Urban Johnson off the glass. Mutombo looking for the outlet. And McKee will bring it up.
You cannot relax, Philadelphia. You cannot relax after a score. Milwaukee blows that ball up to either side of the floor and posts up.
Iverson trying to get the pass going, but travels. So Iverson turns it over, and the Milwaukee Bucks get the ball back.
In the early going, Dick, I like the defensive movement and rotations by Milwaukee. When Iverson puts it on the floor and goes baseline, they're getting to him, and they're forcing him to make decisions.
Well, the Bucks' big 3 have scored all 10 of their points so far, so they've come out strong. And here is Robinson, gets 3 more.
Yeah, he's gone.
So Glenn Robinson has 7, Cassell 4, and Allen 2, and it's a 7-point Milwaukee lead.
Well, this is what you like about Robinson's game. He's got the total game, but you just have to get on him sometimes to get down into that painted area and punish the defender.
Iverson with the 3. He hit the big 3 with 1:11 to go on Tuesday night to ice the game. And here come the Bucks. Cassell finding some open spaces. And the rebound taken down by Jermaine Jones. Jones making his 5th start in the playoffs, taking over for George Lynch, who had surgery on a broken foot. Here is Iverson. No look to McKee. Loses Cassell and hits. Since Iverson or McKee has been in the lineup as a starter, the Sixers have won 4 out of 5.
Well, he's such a solid performer. He's shooting a high percentage in the playoffs, over 48, and he's doing a great defensive job. Right there, he got bumped by Cassell. He turned his head because he heard one of the players call for him. He turned his head. Cassell was smart. Went right into him and hit him and knocked him off balance.
And a timeout called by the 76ers as the big 3 comes out strong with Robinson with 7, Cassell 6, and all of their 15 points.
Yeah, you just like the start. You love the way that they're going right now. It's the type of tempo that Milwaukee enjoys. There's your bump right there. See, he caught McKee, knocked him off balance. That's a heady player with the bump and a step back in your face.
From the producer of Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, and The Matrix comes Swordfish, this summer's biggest action movie, featuring John Travolta. Hey, is that a Heineken? Oh, what a great job this guy's got. Oh, sorry. Featuring John Travolta, Hugh Jackman, and Halle Berry. Once you know the password, you can go anywhere. Catch Heineken and Swordfish in theaters June 8th.
Here's a tip. American Express has this membership rewards program. Sign up and you get points when you pay with a small business card. You've got 100 points here, you've got, say, 300 points here. That'll be 4,000 points on this week's deliveries alone. You've got lots of ways to pay, but this card can take you to Hawaii, so why pay any other way?
Small business owners have earned billions of points to spend on travel, equipment, and more. To sign up for membership rewards, visit us at AmericanExpress.com.
The summer is coming, and so is WNBA action. The competition is hotter than ever as the world's greatest women basketball players get ready for the 5th exciting WNBA season. And the WNBA wants you to join them.
Are you with me?
Join with thousands of passionate fans to cheer your favorite team on to the WNBA crown. Get your WNBA tickets now. Tickets start at $8, so log on to WNBA.com or call 1-877-WNBA-TICKS.
This June, Law and Order comes to TNT.
Skyline of the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as the Milwaukee Bucks, red hot with the big three, take a 15-day lead. Want to remind you, beginning July 5th, TNT and NBC are your exclusive networks for 20 weeks of NASCAR thrills and the race for the championship. For complete schedule information, log on to NASCAR.com, AOL keyword NASCAR. Well, what's keeping Philadelphia within 7 points, UB, has to be the same thing that really boosted them in Game 1, their offensive rebounding. They have 4 offensive rebounds amongst their 8 in the game.
Well, you love the tempo from Milwaukee. They're getting what they like. They're opening up off the screen and rolls, and also their transition game.
Eric Snow into the game as the drive by Iverson, knocked away by the Bucks. Eric Snow into the game and was a starter until he was replaced in the lineup, and he's still nursing the problems from the hairline fracture. Snow will fire over Williams. Rebound by Ray Allen.
In the early going, the Milwaukee rotations have been sensational. Oh, boy.
Allen with a 3. And Ray Allen, coming into this game, is now second in NBA history in three-point percentage in the playoffs, behind Bobby Hansen of the Utah Jazz.
Well, he's out there knocking them in, Dick. We're talking about he's over 48% in threes throughout the 13 games that he's played. And you just love it because he's in such a nice, easy flow. Nothing is forced.
But Ray Allen, as you can see, has been a master at the three-point shot in the playoffs, committing the foul on Allen Iverson. His first, as the Bucks opening up a 10-point lead here in the first quarter. They only scored 19 in the first quarter on Tuesday. They have 18 and still 4:38 to go. And Scott Williams intercepting that Eric Snow pass.
Once again, the Buck defense very quick.
Allen off the glass. So Ray Allen now, and the big three have all 20 Milwaukee points.
Milwaukee's at its best right now. They're defending well. The rotations are active. They're forcing Philly into mistakes and rough shots.
Iverson hitting his second field goal. And you know, Allen Iverson's going to get a lot of points for no other reason than he will take a lot of shots. But the threes could be important for him tonight. Here is Robinson going baseline, beating McKee, and he's got size.
Yeah, they ran him right off the screen to go down inside and post up. What they did was McKee bumped him out, but you know, anytime that he's in that 8 to 10 medium range game, he has a high percentage medium range game.
So Glenn Robinson 4 for 4 to start the game. Here is Mutombo with the hook shot, and he is fouled. He's going to have a size advantage over just about anyone George Karl uses. Personal foul is on Robinson as we send it over to the lineup.
Well, Dick, in game one, Matt Geiger opted to suit up. Larry Brown gave him the option. He felt good enough, gave Larry Brown 12 minutes. He had 4 boards and 1 basket. Tonight he came out warmed up, decided he was not good enough to go. The tendonitis in his right knee bothering him, and so he is in street clothes tonight. Dick, down another man.
Yeah, it has been very tough for Larry Brown to figure whether Matt Geiger's going to show up and play or not.
When you have Matt Geiger, you have Mutombo and Hill, and then you come with Matt Geiger, another 7-footer. Not only that, but Geiger can hit the 17 to 18-foot jump shot, so you can use him on screen and spot-ups. And he poses a problem because he'll also get you the rebounds. In 12 minutes, he had 5 boards the other day. That is a major loss.
Under 3.5 remaining here in this first quarter. And there's Robinson, who's at the hot hand, and he is pushed by Aaron McKee. So he's got McKee's number in this quarter.
Yeah, the only thing right now is he's going off that UCLA cut, Dick, and instead of posting up down inside, he's going for the 8-foot to 10-foot jump shot. All he has to do is cut to the box. There is no way that McKee can play behind him and stop him. He's too big, and he has too many moves.
Jermaine Jones started on him, but Eric Snow came in the game, so McKee's got the responsibility. And Robinson misses in the lane. And here are the Sixers down by 11 as we approach 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Iverson, picked up by Ray Allen. Fall away. And Mutombo had it and lost it. Firing away. Ray Allen hitting another 3, his second of this first quarter, and he's got 10 points.
Look, during the playoffs, he's 35 for 72. We're talking about a guy who attempts close to 6 threes a game. We're not talking about a guy shooting a high percentage because he only attempts maybe 2 or 3.
And Aaron McKee with a looping lay-in does not go, and the Bucks dominating the Sixers here in the first quarter. Allen driving in against Iverson. Scott Williams crashing the board, and the Sixers come down with it. So the big 3, 11 of 15 from the field, and that's why Milwaukee leads by 14.
Yeah, this is how they love to play. They're at the top of their game in this first quarter.
McKee on the repost to Tyrone Hill, and the former Milwaukee Buck pretty moved by Hill.
You're not going to see Mutombo or Hill get double teamed. They will stay with the perimeter people until one of the 2 of them runs off some big numbers.
Cassell.
Oh, baby.
Sam Cassell now with 8 points. And the big 3 scoring all 27 Milwaukee points with 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Craig Sager, and D. Lynam. Game 2, Bucks looking to win on the road and even the best of 7 and 1 apiece. And the ball knocked away by Robinson, kicked it out of bounds with 6 on the shot clock as George Karl calls timeout.
Yeah, in this early going, Dick, the traps have been quick. Now, Sam Cassell is off and running. He's been excellent off the pick and rolls out on the wings, and then down inside, he's been taking his man and throwing that fadeaway and hitting.
On Friday, June 1st, TNT kicks off a weekend of movies that take on the law. Friday night at 8, LA Confidential. Saturday night at 8, The Untouchables. And Sunday night at 8, the world premiere of Boss of Bosses. It all starts Friday, June 1st on TNT.
You're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. You may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness.
Let's face it, I'm not getting any younger, but I have discovered a way to feel younger.
We have discovered something that helps us feel really energized.
It's not some pill or diet, it's a better way of sleeping.
With a new sleep system from Nautilus.
With a Nautilus sleep system, we get great sleep every night because we actually sleep on a cushion of air. Nautilus lets you customize your comfort by controlling the air pressure on each side of the bed.
So I can have my side soft.
And I get my side firm. But what's really clever is they've created extra comfort by designing these interlocking air chambers to evenly distribute your weight.
I've never slept so well.
I figured Nautilus knows a thing or two about quality. That made it an easy choice.
Nautilus sleep systems are backed by a 90-night, 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can own one with no money down and payments as low as $30 per month. For a free video and brochure, call right now or visit us online to find out how to get the best sleep of your life.
This fire.
We'd like to show you a play that Milwaukee can get anytime. You're going to see a back screen by Erwin Johnson, and here is Glenn Robinson. And watch as he comes over the top. He could post right here, but instead he's taking the medium post up. Now watch Mutombo in the middle on this play. See, Aaron McKee is following him over the top. Well, he's open on a lead, but instead he drifts out. Now once he makes that move, you say, well, Mutombo cannot get to him. It's too far. Well, Philly's going to have to make a decision if they continue to run that. Do they go hard and quick?
And there you see the brilliant shooting of the Bucks' big three, accounting for all 27 of their points. And Larry Brown, before the game, told us, I can afford to let one of the big three have a big game, but not all three. And right now, that's what they're doing. Aaron McKee coming back has 6 points to lead Philadelphia.
Well, all through the playoffs, very seldom will Philly not make a major run sometime before the half. And that's when they will close the gap down whenever they're struggling early.
Tim Thomas is into the game, and there is Ray Allen again from the corner. He is 3 for 3 from downtown. That's 4 3-pointers for Milwaukee. George Karl saying we'll need about 8 or 9 of those tonight to offset the free throw shooting, which should favor Philadelphia. Here is Allen Iverson fouled, driving against the big people with under a minute to go in the first quarter. And Jermaine Jones will return to the game for Philadelphia. And Lindsey Hunter makes his first appearance in the game, the backup point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks. There is Hunter, who was scoreless in game 1.
Defensively, Larry Brown was hoping that tonight, at any time, that the three-point shooters from Milwaukee would spot up, that his defensive players would get to them quick, force them to put the ball down on the floor. Well, the strategy is sound. Unfortunately, the guys are 2 steps away, and Milwaukee knocking in the threes with ease.
Iverson with 1 free throw has 5 points. Well, the Bucks also protecting the ball a lot better. They have yet to turn it over after coughing it up 14 times in game 1, which did them in. 7 on the shot clock, nearly a half a minute to go in the first. Hunter going in now to Thomas. And Thomas with the line drive fall away, and they're going to need him off the bench.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Philly switched that screen and roll. See, by switching, Snow was on Thomas. Well, I like what we saw by Milwaukee. They went right to the wing and right into Thomas, because no way could Snow guard Thomas. He'll just go up over the top.
Biggest lead of the game for Milwaukee of 16. That was the largest advantage the Sixers enjoyed in game 1, 16 points. Here is Iverson firing away, hitting the floor, no foul. The crowd wanted one, and here is Ray Allen, fires, and it would have counted had it gone. But George Karl couldn't have asked for a better blueprint for game 2 in the first quarter, with Ray Allen paving the way with 13 points and 3 for 3 shooting from 3 points. So the Bucks at 61%, and you know Larry Brown will want that defense tight. 32-16 after 1, the Bucks.
This weekend, the biggest and best movies are on TNT. Friday night at 8, get even with Liam Neeson in Darkman. And Saturday night at 8, settle the score with Wesley Snipes in the Saturday night new classic, Blade. And Sunday night at 8, see justice in a whole new way with Sylvester Stallone in Judge Dredd. Friday night, Darkman. Saturday night, Blade. Sunday night, Judge Dredd. Every weekend, the biggest and best movies are on TNT.
1-800-CALL-ATT presents Stranded.
So how are we getting home?
Good question.
Hop on in, guys.
File this under never. Need a ride? Dial down the center. 1-800-CALLATT and save big bucks on every call.
I live with my mom.
Use 1-800-CALLATT for collect calls.
We chose white because it was
clean
and simple.
I just wanted a splash of color.
Kind of kooky, with a lot of pizzazz.
Different strokes for different folks, all at one store.
Went to Home Depot. Now I'm painting.
I can help you do that. I can show you how.
Okay. Gluten for my girls' room.
See, you can do it.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's all bear right there.
I love Ralph Lauren.
This looks good.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I went to Home Depot first.
The Home Depot, first in home improvement.
Senator, we have a problem.
A government agent they no longer control.
Did you know that I can buy nuclear warheads for $40 million each?
His resources are limitless. His plan is flawless.
This operation's moving fully ahead.
All he needs is the password.
This is now an aerial pursuit. Hold on!
From the producer of The Matrix.
Not everything ends the way you think it should.
Swordfish, rated R. Starts Friday, June 8th in theater near you.
Philips CD recorder system. Burn it, play it.
Well, the big three from Milwaukee with 30 points in the 32 in that quarter. Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Sam Cassell. Thinking the big three, let's go back, let's say 30 years for the NBA Finals when the big three, Oscar Robertson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Bobby Dandridge, represent the Milwaukee Bucks against the Baltimore Bullets in the finals. Kareem's second year in the league, but the big difference was Oscar Robertson's first year with Milwaukee. He was the difference as the Bucks won their division by 15 and swept their way through the finals to win the NBA championship 4-0 in the finals. Back to Dick and Hubie.
All right, Craig, and then 3 years later, the Bucks losing to the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. Hubie, you were an assistant coach under Larry Costello.
7 games. It was a great series. We lost Lucius Allen on the last game of the year. He was not available. He was our star point guard. And it was just a grueling series with great plays by Boston and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Remember, the Bucks were a Western team back then. That's why they played Boston for the championship and Baltimore in the 71 series. Darvin Ham is into the game for the Milwaukee Bucks, and Lindsey Hunter hits at the shot clock buzzer. He has slipped a little bit in the playoffs.
Well, he's been struggling. He's only shooting 21% for the entire playoffs. And then we told you in game 1, he and Jason Caffey, 0 points.
Iverson spinning his way and tipped. And the Bucks doing a good job now of protecting the defensive. As Allen Iverson, 2 for 9 so far in the game and 5 points. 18-point lead.
Dick, that's the first time they did not switch that screen and roll.
Iverson leading the league in steals, picked one off that time, and McKee driving against Darvin Ham, gets the basket and the foul.
That's what Philly needs more of. In game 1, they had the 9 steals. It got them out into the open floor because Philly needs the easy points. They cannot grind it out time and time again in the half-court offense. They read this perfectly. Iverson plays the passing lane well, and then up at this end, good to give it off. Aaron McKee at the top of his game. He's improved his scoring by 5 points from the regular season to the playoffs. He's just been a young man who's playing to his maximum potential.
And not afraid to take the big shot.
No,
not every player is in that mold.
Well, the thing this year, Dick, that you got to like about his game, he's really making the three-point shot at a high percentage.
Irvin Johnson hitting from the corner wide open. So Irvin Johnson on the scoreboard. He had 8 points. A big 15 rebounds in the losing cause on Tuesday. Ray Allen defending Iverson, driving into a double team as Darvin Ham coming over to help. And Steve Javie with the call. It is against Ham, his second.
If Allen Iverson tonight will give the ball up when the double team hits him strong before he gets to the lane, good things will happen for Philadelphia. Just make the pass early when the other guys are open, and let's see if they can get it going right now.
Right now, the Bucks are getting it going, leading by 17. Here is Iverson firing and missing a three. And the Bucks coming up. Milwaukee playing spirited basketball. Here is Lindsey Hunter driving into Eric Snow. Lost his footing. And now loses the ball.
Oh, boy. What a scramble.
And they're going to call a jump. Jones and Ham will jump it up. And about 6 different players touch the ball at one time or another.
Ham left his feet about 6 feet away, dove right, head first, right in here to keep this one going. Now, keep an eye to the left of your screen. You're going to see once it's knocked loose here, right here, you're going to see Ham come flying into the picture. Head first, right into the pile. You love it.
So Ham will jump against Jermaine Jones. 2 minutes gone by. Tip won by Philadelphia.
Yeah, nice steal that time by the Philly defense. They rotated and got a piece of it.
Here's McKee.
Oh, boy.
Aaron McKee off to the big start. Has 11 points on 5 for 8 shooting.
All coaches would love to coach in Aaron McKee. He gives you workman's every single minute that he's out on the floor.
Lindsey Hunter hits.
Oh, boy.
Lindsey Hunter.
Oh, come on.
Firing away. And if he had missed, you would have said he rushed the shot.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you could not have designed a better offense in this first half than what Milwaukee is putting up.
Here's McKee driving on Darvin Ham. It rolls off. And Ham getting the rebound. 38-21, a high-scoring effort by the Bucks with less than 3 minutes going by already in the second.
Remember, they only had 35 in the entire half in game 1.
Allen again. Ray Allen now with 15 points, and he can't miss. He is 3 for 3 from downtown and 6 for 8 in the game.
You love what's going on. They're shooting a high percentage, Milwaukee, and now, since the first 5 minutes, they're holding the Philadelphia to only 1 shot attempt. That's it. Shoot, miss, off they go.
And here's Lindsey Hunter getting a piece of Iverson's shot, coming back for 3. And Iverson corrals it in the corner.
Now, if you have not seen Milwaukee play much this year, don't get upset. That's part of their game.
And that's part of Aaron McKee's game, hitting the shot when you need it to snuff out a threat. 14 points for Aaron McKee, and that is the first three-pointer by Philadelphia tonight. Still a 16-point Bucks lead. Jim Thomas, another former Sixer.
Now look inside here. You got Iverson playing.
There's Allen with 2 on the shot clock. And no foul. He was looking for one. And the pass intended for McKee out of bounds. But Aaron McKee has scored all 8 76er points here in this quarter with just under 8 minutes remaining in the second.
Now you're just happy for this young man because he gives it to you, strong effort at both ends of the floor, and then he gives you that extra defense. He'll play a point guard, a shooting guard, or a small forward.
Believe it or not, many online brokers still rely on the technology of yesteryear. Is your online broker even trading online? Daytech Online, built to trade.
These are quarter carats and these are half.
They're beautiful. What kind of cut is that?
This is a round cut. If you look hard, I'm sure you can see them.
They're fantastic.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
These are 8 carats and these are 10 carats.
Make it a Bud Light.
How was work? Fine. How was school? Fine.
Gee, guys, what's the hurry there, huh?
Season finale starts in 3 minutes.
You know, if you had TiVo, you could record every episode of any show and then watch them whenever you want.
Really?
Automatically record your favorite shows all season long. Now TV fits into your life, not the other way around. TiVo, TV and dinner your way.
With Daytech Online, most trades are executed in mere seconds. Plus, Daytech pledges to execute your marketable online order within 60 seconds or the commission's waived. Daytech Online, built to trade.
Money,
respect, family, murder.
I'm the boss of this family. Understand?
Don't miss Chaz Palminteri in Boss of Bosses. See the world premiere Sunday, June 3rd at 8, exclusively on TNT.
The Bucks lead by 16, and right now let's listen to Larry Brown a few moments ago in our Sounds of the Game.
We're guarding everybody after they catch, and it's got to change, guys. We got to guard them before they catch, and we got to pick up a little. We're letting them run any play, and they're making shots.
Larry Brown right on the money, because Philadelphia's game is to get up, pressure the passing lanes, get the deflection, get out in the open floor. It's not happening on a consistent basis in this first half. And then when you allow a great shooting team that is really in a rhythm, make the catches, and then run the plays that they want to isolate guys in, you are in big trouble.
And the Bucks shooting 62% as a result. Jason Caffey checking in for the first time tonight as Lindsey Hunter doesn't make the three. Darvin Ham trying to keep it alive, and Sam Cassell helps him. What a great bit of hustle by Milwaukee. And Hunter in the lane goes out to Thomas, and Thomas over the top. Good hustle, though, by the Milwaukee Bucks, saving 2 balls from going out of bounds.
Yeah, Milwaukee definitely extra quick tonight. Everyone said in game 1 on Tuesday night that they were a half a step, they were a little blasé. But tonight, they're firing on all cylinders.
Eric Snow with the ball. He's got Allen Iverson, Dikembe Mutombo, Jermaine Jones, and Tyrone Hill. And the Bucks committing a foul on the cut.
Jason Caffey in the post on Mutombo. They catch him, you know, pushing in the back with his free hand, and that's not allowed.
Darvin Ham leaving the game, replaced by Glenn Robinson, who got a rest. He scored 9 points on 4 for 5 shooting in the first quarter. Here's Mutombo working against Caffey. And Caffey gets a piece of it. Jason Caffey getting a piece of that, and the Bucks coming back, and Thomas again cannot hit from the perimeter. Caffey is 6'8", and Mutombo 7'2".
Yeah, Mutombo can shoot over him all the time, but see, he keeps Hughes in the drop step, coming back baseline, and they're bringing the trap man, Dick, so he's running into problems.
Here's Iverson, and he misses the three, and Mutombo trying to clean up, and the foul is committed. So the Bucks missing a chance for the defensive rebound, and the foul is against Caffey, picking up his second. Want to remind you, our NBA coverage does not end with tonight's game. On Wednesday, June 27th, our exclusive live coverage of the 2001 NBA Draft begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with a draft preview show, followed by what could be the biggest night in the lives of several young men as they become a part of the National Basketball Association.
Well, we have 6 high school players in the draft, 8 junior college players, 44 underclassmen. That is 58 picks. Well, there are only 57 picks this year in the first 2 rounds because Minnesota forfeited their first-round pick. Now, you and I both know all of those players think they're going in the lottery. Okay, and we haven't even mentioned the senior class.
That's 10 pounds in a 5-pound bag.
There you go.
Well, you saw the numbers on Mutombo, who had a big first quarter last Tuesday night. But right now, Mutombo with only 3 points. 8 on the shot clock. Sam Cassell back into the game for the Bucks with the turnaround. And Hill getting the rebound. 14-point Milwaukee lead. It was up to as many as 19 here in the second quarter. Here is Mutombo on the screen and roll, and he lays it in.
Nice. That's what you like to see. As soon as they trapped Allen, he gave the ball up. Mutombo was wide open. No one came on the rotation.
And a timeout called by George Karl as the Sixers getting the crowd back in the game, running off 7 in a row. Thanks partly to the big guy they acquired from Atlanta, Dikembe Mutombo, who was named the Defensive Player of the Year, one of 4 postseason awards for Philadelphia.
Hello.
Come home early.
I can't. I'm working.
I lit some candles.
I'm swamped.
I bought Bud Light.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Come again?
Yeah, he's got a pencil lodged in his...
If you're going to be a true journalist, you cannot make friends with the rock stars.
From Cameron Crowe.
This is Rolling Stone. We need this story in 4 days.
The creator of Jerry Maguire.
I've never written more than a few pages in my life.
A story for everyone.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
Who wanted to join the party.
No.
Yes.
And one guy.
Do you want to come?
Oh. Who did.
Rock stars had kidnapped my son.
You're one of us.
Almost Famous.
This month on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View.
Don't miss your chance to get this special offer. Now you can order WNBA Season Pass on DirecTV at an early bird price of 2 payments of $19.50 by calling 1-800-GET-SPORTS or tune to Channel 217 and order with your remote. With Season Pass, you'll be able to see up to 80 games of thrilling WNBA action, and you'll get NBA.com TV, the NBA's 24-hour network. So order now and experience the passion with WNBA Season Pass on DirecTV Sports.
The NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And by Wendy's Cheddar Lovers Bacon Cheeseburger. Cheddar makes it better.
Would like to show you this successful pick and roll. Iverson has the ball here. Mutombo sets the screen. As Iverson comes off, he gets trapped. Now on the roll, when Mutombo catches it, just watch what happens here and here. As Mutombo makes his move, both of those areas are also open. So as he makes his move, he goes right by the rotator, but you can see that if they would just hold those other 2 areas, that would also be open. But what's the key? Iverson must give up the ball on the trap.
Sixers have closed a 19-point deficit to 12, even though Allen Iverson is without a basket in the last 10 minutes, and you just showed one of the reasons why. Mutombo along with McKee doing the job. Here is Cassell, who's there with Robinson, Johnson, Caffey, and a hard foul is Robinson. That's about as hard as I've seen a player hit the floor.
Yeah, well, he got tripped that time by Snow. Snow, any time that Snow switches off on Robinson, what I like early tonight is Big Dog is going right to the rim on Snow. And they're taking Snow out of the game right now.
And Aaron McKee replaces him. The Sixers still do not have any points from their bench and only had 8 Tuesday night. Here is Robinson from the perimeter coming up empty. 12-point lead was 19. Here is Hill down low, blocked by Irvin Johnson. So another block.
He's a shot blocker, so you got to give him credit. That's part of his game.
Long rebound on Cassell's miss, and here's Philly running out with Iverson against Caffey. Caffey getting the rebound.
That's what you've got to see from Caffey, Johnson, Williams.
Lindsey Hunter firing away. There must be a 9-second clock out here instead of a 24 the way they're shooting.
Yeah, but this is Milwaukee's game.
Cassell off the glass, claiming a foul, and the 76ers still down by 12. And diving for the attempted steal is Robinson. Cassell is yelling at Ron Garretson, and Garretson tees him up, but technical foul, and Cassell better watch out.
Yeah, you're right.
He's close to a second.
Yes, he is. He's close, mainly because he attacked Garretson with 2 more verbal outbursts.
He had a technical foul and a flagrant foul in game number 1, so you got to keep him under wraps if you're Milwaukee.
Well, mainly because he's the main heart and soul guy who keeps the offense together. He's an excellent point guard, high assist, a high percentage shooter, an outstanding foul shooter of over 85%. He's your main guy. So what you need right now for him is to get himself and get under control. Philadelphia, you're just trying to sell your guys. Keep playing defense. They're going to cool off.
Iverson to McKee, who misses from the corner. And it is 40-29, nearly 4.5 to go in the first half. Sam Cassell over Snow as the Bucks have missed 11 in a row from the field.
3 on 3.
And Hill backed out, goes to Mutombo. So the 76ers with a chance to get it to single digits here after trailing by as many as 19. And on the screen, a foul on the cutter, and it'll be Cassell with his second.
You and I and all of the real NBA fans out there knew that was coming. All right.
And Cassell knows that he's got to keep it quiet now. He already has received one technical foul as Iverson goes to the line. In just over a month, the excitement and drama of NASCAR comes to TNT. On July 5th, qualifying for the Pepsi 400 in Daytona will be the debut of the 2001 NASCAR season right here on TNT. And the pit stop is history. Let him go. Iverson with the free throws. Allen Iverson now with 8 points as the Sixers have scored 10 straight and have it down to 9. Robinson, the key to rebound. So 12 misses in a row by the Milwaukee Bucks. They've grown cold, and Iverson blocked by Robinson. Or Caffey, that was. Jason Caffey on the block. And the foul before the shot as Cassell driving in. A feverish game here in the first half at First Union Center.
See, Cassell is murder in the open floor. He puts such pressure on you because he handles the ball so well with either hand, changes direction. He can stop on a dime, or he can take you down to the baseline area.
That was the Sixers' second team foul. Milwaukee over the limit, and Scott Williams hitting the open jumper, his first points.
I like what we're seeing from the big men inside. Erwin Johnson, Scott Williams. When they're getting their shot opportunities, they're shooting a very nice percentage.
The Bucks were scoreless for 5.5 minutes before Scott Williams hit the jumper. The repost to Mutombo, 7 on the shot clock. They go in again. Snow with 3, has to shoot over Erwin Johnson and manages to hit.
Snow is trying to get Mutombo off. And you like Mutombo because he got rid of the ball quickly and then reposted deeper. And I like what Snow was trying to do. He's trying to get him down in the painted area.
9-point lead by Milwaukee, and Scott Williams gets another opportunity. And Allen's hustling for the loose ball against 2 76ers. Cassell missing the jumper over the back. And a foul call against the Bucks.
Yeah, Scott Williams over the back. And what you like here, if you're coaching Milwaukee, you love the effort of your guys right now. Philadelphia's making their run, which we know they do in every game, because you are in a little bit of a slump and they can score points in a hurry. And you never get discouraged when your guys get offensive rebounding fouls.
A lot of online brokers still process orders the old way, sending them from one middleman to the next. Is your online order routed to get you the best available price? Datec Online, built to trade.
We test dehydration under extreme conditions. We test how the brain works when the body is fatigued. We test over and over in a real lab with real athletes with a very focused goal of improving athletic performance. It's called the Gatorade Sports Science Institute. You can look it up.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey, if the radiator hoses on your car are more than 2 years old, you need to replace them now. Sure, they may look fine on the outside, but on the inside, they're rotting away. Sooner or later, they're gonna break.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Don't let a broken radiator hose leave you stranded. Get to AutoZone and replace your hoses today.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Datec's advanced routing technology automatically directs your order in an effort to get you the best available price. Datec Online, built to trade.
You know, the most amazing things happen to me every time I begin to read. I can fly among the moon and stars, or I can visit lands both near and far. I've always liked a good mystery, but there are so many things that interest me. And my favorite thing is when it ends, another book starts it all again.
2:44 to go in the half, and coming up, the AT&T halftime report. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley are right here at the First Union Center. First half analysis of tonight's game. Hey, look, why wait? What do you guys think of the game so far?
Yeah, we'll give you the Reader's Digest version right now, Dick.
That's called a Cliff Note version, Ernie.
Yeah, if you went to Auburn, it was 40-21 at one point. Now we got ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, you talk about good defense, good offense, but the Bucks just aren't making shots. They're getting the same shots they had in the first quarter, just aren't going down right now.
When they make shots, they look great. When they miss shots, they look terrible. It's that simple.
That, in a nutshell, the Cliff Notes version of
more at halftime.
22 minutes or so. Take it away, guys.
Well, you whet our appetite in a great way. The big three, by the way, guys, has missed their last 9 shots after starting off blazing hot.
Well, maybe that plea that we ran with Larry Brown talking to his players saying, hey, we got to get up in the passing lanes, close down the catches on the three-point shot attempt. Well, it definitely, the tide has changed because of the defensive pressure. Plus, they're holding Milwaukee right now in this quarter to only 1 shot attempt.
Milwaukee won for its last 16. Mutombo makes them both. And the 76ers certainly weathered that early blast by the big three and trail by 7. Nearly 2.5 to go in the first half. Crowd on its feet. Clear out. Ray Allen pulling up over Iverson. And when you need a shot, that's the man to go to.
Well, Allen has given him too many inches. Plus, you're talking about a great athlete who's one of the primetime shooters that we have in this league.
17 points for Ray Allen. McKee with 14, leading the 76ers. McKee with the ball, looking for Iverson. And now backing up with 8 on the shot clock. His defender falls down, and he misses the shot. Big dog Robinson slipped. And there is the pass, and Iverson puts it away. Allen Iverson anticipating that looping pass to Robinson. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It is a 9-point lead for the second quarter. Snow missing the jumper. And Mutombo is there again.
It's one of the very few second chance opportunities for Philly in this since about the first 3 or 4 minutes of the first quarter.
And a lot of second chance opportunities early, and then they drew empty, and now they're back in there again as Mutombo is fouled. And once again, the 76ers asserting themselves on the offensive board as they did in Game 1.
In Game 1, Philly's penetration off the dribble into the paint caused rotation and trap. And when that happens, then the big men, Mutombo and Hill, have an advantage on the weak side rebounding. Now, we have not seen much of that tonight because the traps have been good and the weak side rebounders for Milwaukee have done an outstanding job. But the big fella, Mutombo, and we brought up the point at the top, he's been averaging 42 to 44 minutes every night throughout the playoffs. He has been a major rock in that middle on the boards and then also at the offensive board.
He had 18 rebounds and 7 off the offensive glass in Game 1, and now he has 9 points and 11 boards. Milwaukee has not gone to the free throw line yet, and the 76ers are making their free throws. Brown champion defense with 1:10 to go and 7 on the shot clock. Ray Allen.
Nice.
And Allen finding Irvin Johnson, who has hit 2 from both baselines, and it is now 46 to 37.
Dick, when they run those screen and rolls, it's been good to them. They're getting anything that they want. And that's what we said. Irvin Johnson and Williams have been hitting those nice mid-range jump shots. Oops.
And Iverson throwing it away. So here are the 76ers, who are down by 9. Allen Iverson is shooting 2 of 14 here in the first half. Not going to factor, and yet the 76ers have it in single digits. Tim Thomas, who played 1 year at the Villanova and was with Philadelphia from 97 to 99, and then traded to Milwaukee.
Well, he's blossomed. A definite candidate this year for 6th man of the year. Shoots a high percentage, does a ton of good things. Good perimeter, good post up. Great future ahead.
Allen, long range, another 3. That's his 4th. of the game. Ray Allen now with 20 points. And Milwaukee opening up a 12-point lead with under a half a minute to go in the first half. 15 on the shot clock.
You cannot fall asleep here now if you shoot early. If you shoot early, there will be time for Milwaukee to run out on you.
Another turnover and plenty of time as Cassell is fouled. And Philadelphia had a foul to give with 2.9 on the shot clock. So plenty of time, and the Sixers getting careless the last couple of times down court.
Now, right now, Larry Brown coming with Jermaine Jones. What they're trying to do here now is match up and try not to give a guy coming off the screen a wide open look, especially a three-point look.
It's not where you come from. It's where you're going. It's not what you drive. It's what drives you. It's not what's on you. It's what's in you. Gatorade. Is it in you?
AT&T halftime coming up shortly. The 76ers closed the gap to 7 points. They were down by as many as 19 here in the second quarter. Got it down to 7 now. It is up to 12 as Tim Thomas will inbound. He's got Thomas with Glenn Robinson, Sam Cassell, Lindsey Hunter, and Ray Allen, who's having a whale of a first half.
Remember, you can make a catch and get at least 2 dribbles in within a 2.9. So you have to be careful here now.
Thomas finds Robinson. Jones all over him. Fires it up, and that'll do it. Allen Iverson held to 8 points, but Ray Allen stealing the show in game 2 in the first half with 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. And don't forget, he has to guard Allen Iverson on the defensive end as we send it out to Craig Sager.
Well, Ray, obviously the shots falling early. You guys went through a little drop, but then you came through again. 8 for 11. Why are you getting such good looks?
I think I'm preparing myself for my shot. A lot of times over the past during the season, I come out and I'm not ready to shoot the ball, but tonight I'm ready to shoot it.
You've been able to square up so easily because Iverson is shorter than you are?
Not really. I'm getting really good screen set for me tonight, man. I appreciate that from my big guys.
All right, you have to guard Iverson, the MVP. He's 2 for 14. What are you doing against him?
I'm keeping my body in front of him. That's what I am. And I have great help from my big man on the bottom.
Well, terrific first half on both ends. Let's go back to Dick and Hubie.
All right, 8 of 11 shooting for Allen, and those two have played each other many times going back to the Big East days. So our score at the half, the Milwaukee Bucks 49, the 76ers 37. And after a quick break, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley will bring you first half analysis and a look at Charles' career as a Sixer on the AT&T half.
Look over here right now and you're saying, hey, shooting 31%, the foul line is keeping us close. And you can see that in the fact that they're not turning the ball over with any great rash either. So the game is still within striking distance.
As you look at the American Express leaderboard. And right now, let's find out what the fans have to say on our Fans Take.
They just got to keep their defense strong and just keep them out on the perimeter. They're going to cool down. They've been hot in the first quarter, but I think they're going to cool down. If they keep good defense, I think they'll get them. I think they'll hold them.
Serious defense on all 3 of them, especially Ray Allen and Vic Robinson. If they do that, we got the game won.
Coach Brown's going to tell them to get physical and foul them.
I think they shouldn't let Ray Allen get more open shots. He should get more offensive rebounds and go to the hole more and get fouled.
Well, Allen Iverson missed his first 9 shots in game 1. He missed his last 8 shots in the first half tonight. As the Bucks with the ball, Cassell with Scott Williams, Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Irvin Johnson. And it's Robinson who started the game off in blazing fashion, hitting a 3.
Now that is just terrible defense. They went down on the baseline screen for Robinson. they switched, except 2 guys played the man coming out on the wrong side of the floor.
12 points for Robinson, the second Milwaukee Buck player to be in double figures, and Iverson really yelling at Ron Garretson, thinking he was fouled, and Cassell coming back. McKee does not foul Cassell, and Robinson starts off hot again. So Robinson, who was 4 for 4 to start the first quarter, red hot now.
That's the 3rd time he's made a shot in that same area. Left of the basket and about 10 to 12 feet away.
17-point lead. And here is Dikembe Mutombo, and missing the hook shot, and Allen has it. So the Bucks have run off 10 points in a row, carrying over from the first half. Big start. Here is Robinson. Cassell for 2. So the big 3 start out blazing, and timeout called by Larry Brown.
Yeah, good timeout by Larry Brown. He wants a 20 right now. And you know, right, when you come out of the locker room, you're hoping that everything that you talked about is going to be ingrained in your player, and they're going to come out and be on fire. Unfortunately for Philadelphia, Milwaukee is still hot. Now, we know that they cooled off a little bit in that second quarter, but now they're picking it up again. Their 3 main guys, Robinson, Cassell, and Allen, all shooting over 50%.
And looking at Ray Allen, who really carried the Bucks offensively in the first half. Let's take a look at the shot chart.
Well, just the overall now. Remember, he's got 20 points on 8 of 11. Now look to the left of the screen, and you can see that's where he's made his 3 threes, and then 1 at the top on the right side. 4 for 5 in 3-point land. Just like the way he's playing tonight, he has not forced the shot, everything coming in the flow.
Bucks tying their biggest lead of the game as Iverson defended by Cassell, and it is put in by Jermaine Jones.
Allen Iverson definitely limping coming out of that tunnel tonight, Dick. And you can see he is struggling. 2 for 15.
Iverson, of course, playing all year with hip injuries, you name it. Here is Robinson. So Glenn Robinson now with 16 points, 2 minutes going by, and again a 19-point lead, matching the largest lead the Bucks have enjoyed in this game and the largest lead either team has had in the series.
I like what George Karl and his staff are doing. They're going right to Robinson, and they're getting him going, and he has responded in the first and third quarters.
Mutombo is fouled by Robinson, his second. Here's D. Liner.
Well, Dick, it's hard to say, according to Larry Brown, how much of Allen Iverson's injured tailbone is affecting his game. But he said bigger picture, he was just totally unhappy with their offense in the first half, taking so many quick shots, which is allowing Milwaukee to get out and take whatever shots they wanted at the other end. Dick?
All right, D, thank you very much.
Good point. And that's why we said the discrepancy here on the break is 10-3 in favor of Milwaukee. Now, you know yourself, Philly lives and dies with their fast break points, but they have not been able to turn Milwaukee over. You shoot a high percentage, don't turn over the basketball, you keep Philly in a half-court game.
Only 3 turnovers, as you mentioned, as Eric Snow comes into the game. Jermaine Jones goes out, so Aaron McKee moves to small forward. Robinson did a good job against McKee in the first quarter. Here's Robinson over McKee, and he misses the 3. The offensive rebound by Irvin Johnson. 2.5 going by in the third. Posting up McKee is Robinson, and it doesn't go. The loose ball, and Hill knocks it over to Snow.
I just like the toughness tonight of Milwaukee. They're really going at Philly, and they're pounding on that offensive board.
A different team, no question about it, from Tuesday night. And they won here this year. Team split the season series. Here's Mutombo inside, and it goes. Mutombo over Irvin Johnson, and Dikembe with 13.
Now you look at it and you say, what's he doing tonight? Well, he already has 13 points, and he has 12 rebounds, and we still have over a quarter and a half to go.
Here's Ray Allen changing hands, missing the reverse layup, and here's Philadelphia on the run with Eric Snow over to Iverson for 3. And the air ball, but on the other side, Aaron McKee. Where would they be without McKee?
He has done it all tonight. He's on the board. He's in the point production. He's making threes. He's giving you solid defense.
But it's a 13-point game, so the Sixers just don't go away, and you wouldn't expect it at home. McKee has 16 to lead Philadelphia. Here is Ray Allen and Scott Williams. Boy, Milwaukee is either hot or cold shooting tonight. One or the other.
When you're a coach, you look at their shot areas. They're getting great shots at the basket, Dick, and that's all as a coach you can expect from your transition game and your half-court offense.
Iverson frustrated, thinking he was fouled again. Mutombo, and the rebound by Williams. Allen Iverson several times visibly frustrated, and Iverson coming in to foul. And not a bad foul, because that would have been an easy lay-in for Williams.
Yeah, I like the foul. Solid foul by Iverson. Forced Williams to make the 2 foul shots. But the big thing here is the ball movement by the Bucks. Bucks are doing a great job in transition, putting pressure on the Philly guys at all areas. And now, because they're shooting such a high percentage on the perimeter, their trailers are going to be open running to the front of the rim.
And the Milwaukee Bucks take their first free throw attempt of the game with 7:40 to go in the third as we go over to Craig Sager.
Well, Allen Iverson missed his last 8 shots in the second quarter. His first 3 here in the third. That's 11 straight. We're talking about maybe he's not at full strength, but he's definitely the key defensively for Milwaukee. Coach George Karl said every time he touches the ball, make a tough 2 on him. Don't let him get into transition. Box him in. Don't let him get any layups. And whoever the man is, make sure you get help when we squeeze and crowd him. They're always aware that he could explode any time.
That's all they have to do. That's an easy task.
Well, you're right. And you know the sad thing about all this is we know that any time that your tailbone is injured, we know the pain that is involved. We're asking a guy to come out here and give you 48 minutes, which he played in game 1. He has not been out of the game yet tonight. And he is struggling with his shot. He's trying to give you above and beyond the Call of Duty. But now let's go back and examine what he is shooting. He's shooting now total for games 1 and 2 about 29 or 30% from the floor. So that's why I kept saying in the first half, he's got to give it up here on the hard double teams to the other people and see if they can bring you back.
Scott Williams picking up his 3rd foul, and the 76ers have gone to the line 16 more times than the Bucks. Philadelphia coming back after that early spurt by Milwaukee with an 8-1 run. And the rebound by Mutombo is Cassell. Missing from the corner. McKee hitting the shot. Cassell went by him. And the good thing by Aaron McKee, who has 18 points. And McKee and Mutombo keeping the 76ers in this game.
We highlighted both of them at the top of the show for a reason. They've been so consistent throughout the previous 12 games in the playoffs.
Allen giving up the dribble and scoring. Allen now with 22 points, 61-49. So the 76ers cut it to 10, and now Milwaukee has the 12-point lead.
Ray Allen knows that he can shoot up over the top of Iverson at will.
And the offensive foul called against Tyrone Hill, and Hill picking up the personal nearly halfway through this 3rd quarter. The 76ers, who for the first time in the playoffs won a game 1 at home, now trailing here as the series will move to Milwaukee for games 3 and 4 after this. Allen getting an open space and hitting his 5th three-pointer of the game. Ray Allen, who had 31 on Tuesday, already has 25.
When he comes over that screen, Dick, and he's behind the three-point line, you cannot lay off the screener. Either that or you got to follow over the top and follow hard and attack the shot.
He's got 5 out of 6 from threes. Here is Iverson driving. Williams coming over to meet him, and Iverson off the glass. Only his 3rd field goal of the game.
Milwaukee tonight has been beautiful to watch in their half-court sets. They get what they want, and they've been really wearing Philly out on the screen and roll.
Irvin Johnson driving in. The 76ers thought he had traveled. Instead, Johnson is fouled by Hill, picking up his 2nd foul.
They all want the foul, Dick, but he got fouled on, and that caused the travel. And you can see right there, Ray Allen. Iverson did not follow over the top, and the screen defender never stepped up. Ray Allen, 5 for 6 and 3.
And he's ringing the bell tonight.
Muchas gracias, guys. Bartender, Bud Lights for the band.
Oh, no.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
The Mars project will be our greatest achievement, if we can survive it.
6 astronauts. Come on! Are about to play Survivor. That's my kind of girl. Like it's never been played before. Val Kilmer, Carrie-Ann Moss, Tom Sizemore. Red Planet.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirecTV.
From Venice Beach, California, standing in at 6'8", weighing in at 342 pounds, he is the incredible Hulk Hogan.
Grady by the door, look out!
Greatest names in professional wrestling history are on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View.
They're scared that Hulkamania's still running wild.
Relive the events and times of the American Wrestling Association. It's the best of classic AWA wrestling here on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View on DirecTV.
The NBA playoffs on TNT, brought to you by Budget, who has a variety of great rental cars for people who like renting great cars. And by 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
And that's where it starts for a lot of the Philadelphia-bred players.
We'd like you to see the screen and roll situation. Here's Ray Allen. The screen is set by Robinson. Now watch the defender who is too far back. As Allen comes over, Iverson does not follow. He stops. Now when you're playing a guy who is on fire, making threes, you've got to get to him quicker than that. Now you either come over the top and chase him and put the pressure, or the man defending the screener has got to step up and trap him or force him back to half court.
There you see the style of the Milwaukee Bucks, and that's nothing new and nothing unusual for this series. That's what they have done all year, but tremendous shooting, 24-41 from outside as Irvin Johnson misses the free throw, not an effective free throw shooter, and that's not the Bucks game. The three-point shooting is, and Ray Allen has 5 of the 7 tonight. Johnson misses both, and the Sixers trail by 13. And McKee, guarded by Robinson, and they'll call the foul on Glenn Robinson, and that will be his 3rd.
Yeah, McKee's a tough cover for Robinson because of his quickness off the dribble. You know, you have a guy who's got point guard, ball handling skills, and also good first-step movement.
Winding down for 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Iverson blocked out of bounds, and a kick ball is ruled, so the Sixers will inbound it.
Well, that should be a 24-second clock if they're going to call a kick ball.
Or 14.
Yeah, because you're absolutely right. Because it was under the time limit.
We got 14 is what Aaron McKee just yelled at. McKee with Hill, Mutombo, Snow, and Iverson. Sixers with an opportunity here to get it closer, I should say, going into the 4th. Hill, fall away. Snow comes out with it.
See, the Sixers can get that because Milwaukee is so concerned with the dribblers coming into the middle of the floor. That 8 to 10 footer on the baseline is wide open.
Allen Iverson has missed 12 of his last 13 from the field. Now 3 of 19 for the game. Milwaukee leading by 13 over Philadelphia. Boy, these teams have played over the years so many big playoff games.
Yeah, you got to run the double team, Adam.
And Robinson is tripped. Allen Iverson tripping Robinson. And that will be the 2nd foul on Iverson.
As soon as Iverson switched off on Robinson, they ran him right into the post. And then what happens is you can see the double team Robinson splits a double team, and if he did not take it all away, he had opportunities on the weak side of the floor.
Iverson's numbers, nothing to shout about, but playing hurt, we know, as he did on Tuesday, the league's MVP. He has 8 assists, so he's helping his team in other ways. Plenty of time on the shot clock.
Here's the screen high. See, that time Mutombo stepped up, forced Ray Allen deep.
And Mutombo knocking it away, claiming that it was off of Allen, to no avail. 6 on the shot clock for the Bucks.
When you're on defense, especially at playoff time, anytime there's screens, you've got to understand the range of the man coming off of the screens.
Here is Ray Allen, and Allen with the shot miss. Robinson tries to keep it alive, and the Sixers, with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, down by 13. They were trailing by 19 in the second, cut it to 7, and then fell back again to 19. And McKee from the corner, and the Bucks, by the way, still, Hubie, have only 3 turnovers, so they're getting a shot off almost every time down the court.
Yeah, that was just good help down at the other end by Gasol, that deflection. Oh!
There's Gasol, defended by Snow, who now the turnaround by Scott Williams. Not a big favorite here. Had an undistinguished siege here in Philadelphia, but his career has been revived since going to Milwaukee.
Not bad for a guy who was not drafted coming out of the University of North Carolina. Played on the Chicago Bulls, has 3 rings, and he has found a home here in Milwaukee, doing a very solid job.
Under 3 minutes to go. Good ball movement, and Aaron McKee hitting the 3, so the Sixers moving it crisply. 21 for McKee, and all two Sixer three-point baskets. 12-point game. Allen and McKee, the scoring leaders tonight. 9 on the shot clock. And Cassell, and a 20-second timeout was called by George Karl, who now indicates he wants a full timeout.
Yeah, a good timeout by George, mainly because they're going to their screen and roll game, and what is happening is Philly is now stepping out strong, and they're not giving Ray Allen a look as he comes up over the top of the screen.
Next time you open a beer can, you may want to toast my Uncle Bill, Bill Coors. Back in 1959, he developed the aluminum can. A can people said would never work. So go ahead, toast Uncle Bill. But if you expect him to toast you back, that beer can you're holding better say Coors.
Just observe.
All right, let's go.
What's that? What?
He has something.
Pull the lever! Pull the lever above your head! Please call, pull the lever!
One tiny bottle of Sunkiss couldn't possibly alter history, right?
I don't know.
Mr. President, your new cabinet.
Thank you. That's a...
Sunkiss. Experience the charge.
Good work.
So what's this pump do? What's with the meat?
We're just doing a little fit test. Relax. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Whoa.
Oh, hold on now.
That's what I'm talking about. Experience the fit of the Reebok pump. Only at Foot Locker.
Release the pump.
The lead is 12 for Milwaukee. And right now, let's take a look at the TNT Original Series Witchblade coming June 5th to TNT.
Powered by justice, fueled by evil. Coming this summer, TNT's newest original series, Witchblade.
Check out Witchblade, the series, Tuesdays at 9, all summer long on TNT. Tim Thomas into the game. Thomas, who came over to Milwaukee, Scott Williams in the Tyrone Hill deal. And a very valuable sixth man, as UB mentioned, a lot of consideration for the award won by Aaron McKee this year. Jermaine Jones defending him on the inbound pass. 9 on the shot clock for the Bucks. Robinson isolated against McKee, knocks it away. 2 in a hurry. They don't get it off.
Great defense. That was just a beautiful matchup. A great scorer, a high percentage shooter, going one-on-one with a tenacious defender.
What more can you say about Aaron McKee, who also talks to John Chaney many times during the week, who gives him advice, keeps him on the phone, I think.
Well, when he first came out of college, everyone doubted whether he could shoot a high percentage. Speaking of a high percentage,
he's got to hit 5 in a row to start in with that. Allen Iverson, who is 4 for 20 from the field, and it's a 10-point game.
In spite of all of his problems, in spite of Milwaukee wearing out the rim, they're within striking distance.
Yeah, but then there's Ray Allen to say, not so fast, soldier. Allen with 6 threes has 28 points.
He might get the 8 that George was asking the team to make in tonight's game. Okay.
Oh, you meant me?
Yes, that's right.
1:38 remaining in the third. Mutombo setting a screen for Iverson. Finds Mutombo down low, and he's fouled. Well executed by the 76ers.
Now this is just beautiful. See, right there, Iverson ran right into his own man in trying to defend against Ray Allen coming off the screen. Allen has done a terrific job. He comes off screens real quick, but he's reading Iverson well.
31 points in game 1, 28, and we're not even into the fourth quarter as Mutombo missing the free throw, that last foul committed by Thomas.
Well, you look, you know, Dick, you look at Ray Allen and you say to yourself, hey, coming in here for the playoffs, the guy's shooting 49, 47 in threes, and 90 on the line. So, you know, the guy, not just tonight, he's been doing it throughout the entire series.
He's a threat. He's a danger, and the players respect him. They know how good he is, even though he doesn't get the publicity that many of the other stars get in this game. 1:20 remaining in the third. 11 on the shot clock. Here's Glenn Robinson missing the 3. And Ray Allen knocks it out of bounds, giving it over to the 76ers, who are only down by 12. Lindsey Hunter coming into the game, replacing Sam Cassell for the Bucks. So it is not clear sailing as of yet. Philadelphia has led only once tonight, and that was in the first couple of minutes.
Well, you like the fact that Lindsey came off the bench in that first half and gave him 2 quick scores. Big thing here for the Sixers. They need someone else other than McKee and Mutombo to get going here with some consistency.
Under a minute, 7 on the shot clock. Here's McKee from the corner, and Mutombo tips it and out of bounds. So Milwaukee has it with under a minute to go. The Milwaukee Bucks, who were beaten in game number 1, 93-85. They were down by 16, cut it down to 2 with 2 minutes to go in the game. And they have kept the Sixers at arm's length tonight, thanks to 8 for 15 from three-point range. Robinson slapped away, and the foul is called as Aaron McKee's personal.
Aaron McKee was pleading with Jermaine Jones. What are you doing? And Jermaine Jones says, my fault. Well, at playoff time, it's difficult. I'm going to say my fault, especially when you're guarding Robinson.
Now, if he would have said my bad, that would have been all right. They would have accepted that. 20-second timeout called by George Karl, and Ray Allen lost one of his shoes. Maybe he doesn't need it. Not with 28 points on 6 for 7 from 3.
We chose white because it was
clean
and simple.
I just wanted a splash of color. Kind of kooky, with a lot of pizzazz.
Different strokes for different folks, all at one store.
Went to Home Depot. Now I'm painting.
I can help you do that. I can show you how.
Okay. Glidden for my girls' room.
See, you can do it.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's all Bear right there.
I love Ralph Lauren.
This looks good.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I went to Home Depot first.
The Home Depot, first in home improvement.
34 seconds remaining in the third. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Greg Sager, and Dee Lynam. There is Sam Cassell, who tonight has 10 points on the bench right now with Hunter and Allen in the backcourt. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee.
Oh, offensive foul.
Allen missing the shot, the rebound, Mutombo.
Yeah, Allen gets away with a forearm right to the chest of the defender, knocks Snow to the floor. We're looking for the Philadelphia spurt, Dick. Do they have it in them? That's the big question.
They've had 1 in them. Got it down to 7. It was repelled by Milwaukee. Shot clock and game clock nearly identical. 2 on the clock as Iverson feeds to Mutombo, and they can't get the shot up there in time.
If Mutombo makes a clean catch, you had a dunk. Unfortunately, the catch, whether it was a deflection or a mishandled pass, 24-second violation.
2.2. Irvin Johnson, Ray Allen. And that'll do it. So the Philadelphia 76ers, who are down by 12 at the half, are still down by 12 as we go into the fourth quarter here at the First Union Center. It's the Bucks 69, the 76ers 57.
How do you define excellence? Is it creativity? What about dominance? Or is it a constant ability to amaze and inspire? Maybe it's just about stepping into the spotlight and rising to the moment and letting history take care of the rest. The NBA playoffs, it's all good.
Here's a tip. American Express has this membership rewards program. Sign up and you get points when you pay with a small business card. You've got 100 points here, you've got, say, 300 points here. That'll be 4,000 points on this week's deliveries alone. You've got lots of ways to pay, but this card can take you to Hawaii, so why pay any other way?
Small business owners have earned billions of points to spend on travel, equipment, and more. To sign up for membership rewards, visit us at AmericanExpress.com.
On June 1st, only one man's got the style.
Ladies, mucho elegante.
The attitude.
If you're interested, I could sign you up for a paddle.
Ain't gonna be no spankings up in no auction.
And the moves.
Move 1 inch and we're done.
To get the job done.
It loses something in translation.
Martin Lawrence, Danny DeVito.
And I'll have a very big pro bono.
What's the worst that could happen? Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 1st at theaters everywhere.
Perfect Drive is our best rewards program.
After just 4 rentals, our customers get everything from golf clubs to ski goggles.
Even spa treatments. What if we also throw in a personal trainer?
Hi, I'm Todd.
Hi.
Today we're going to work glutes. Walnut?
Ooh.
Personal trainer seems a bit much.
Yeah.
The rewards program is perfect.
Yeah, people love free stuff.
Here is tonight's budget rent-a-car fast break. They were even in game 1. The Bucks have a 2-1 edge in the fast break points. Ray Allen having another sensational game. Allen Iverson is struggling before the game. Larry Brown on the right. named Coach of the Year, receiving the award yesterday. Dean Smith, his college coach from North Carolina, surprised him by being on hand. And let's not forget George Karl, like Larry Brown, a point guard at North Carolina, also playing for the great Dean Smith.
That's right. And Larry Brown, an outstanding player in the All-ABA, three-time All-Star. And George played 5 years for the San Antonio Spurs in the ABA NBA.
Eric Snow fumbles the Iverson pass out of bounds, so the 76ers start the final quarter with a turnover.
Every time I think they're going to make that move, you can feel it. It just doesn't happen tonight. It's either a turnover or a missed shot.
Ray Allen guarded by Snow. Coming off the screen, Lindsey Hunter defended by Iverson. 9 on the shot clock. Robinson feeding, not a good pass to Thomas, who loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a difficult area for Thomas to make that catch. Now remember, when Thomas coming down the lane like that, it was the perfect idea. Thomas is 6'10". He put that pass down around his ankles.
As if he were 3'4".
There you go.
Iverson with a fake on Lindsey Hunter and missing the two-point attempt, but Mutombo with another offensive rebound. Knocked away by Allen with 17 on the shot clock. Mutombo has 16 rebounds, 6 off the offensive glass. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Iverson, he's just not right tonight.
No, he's not. See, now it comes down to a coach's decision. You know, do you run the stuff for the other people and you try to get them involved? Do you ask your star player to give the basketball up? You're struggling so much. Or do you say, you know what, we have seen him have these kind of nights. You coach him and you're with him. Let him work his way out of it and maybe he'll run a hot streak.
Mutombo on the block. Iverson driving against Allen is fouled by Ray Allen, but it all started on the block shot by Mutombo, who had 4 in game 1, and that's how the Sixers have to get their transition points.
All through the playoffs, Iverson gets the majority of the ink for the spectacular. But it has been McKee and Mutombo, the two solid guys who are right there making things happen to allow Iverson to get out there and get it rolling. They have been a major part of the big three.
Well, beginning July 5th, TNT and NBC are your exclusive networks for 20 weeks of NASCAR thrills and the race for the championship. For complete information on the schedule, log on to NASCAR.com, AOL keyword NASCAR.
Now, Larry Brown is gambling right now, Dick. He's going small. And right now you have McKee and Iverson in the backcourt. You have Buford at small forward and Jermaine Jones at the power forward position, matched up with Tim Thomas.
Rodney Buford, who did not play because of a coach's decision. Rodney Buford, who is a second-round draft pick on the Miami Heat a couple of years ago, played in Italy. Lindsey Hunter quiets the crowd with a jumper. Hunter tonight 6 off the bench.
Oh, Milwaukee has a nice 8-man rotation when they're all clicking. When you come off with Tim Thomas, Jason Caffey, and then Lindsey Hunter, you're talking about 3 guys who can give you instant offense.
Here is Aaron McKee. Staying with him is Ray Allen. Good defense that time by Allen. Buford, good hustle for keeping it alive for Philadelphia. And Buford, Rodney Buford, out of Creighton, who played in Italy after being traded in that big Charlotte deal, and Ray Allen comes right back. So every time this crowd is something to cheer about, Ray Allen comes back with a big 3.
Well, he's just showing you how easy it is for him. To me, it's like watching Reggie Miller. When Reggie is on fire and shoots, there is no such thing as rain because everything to them is makeable.
Iverson missing the 3. Mutombo with the offensive rebound putback for Mutombo. 16 from Mutombo, 21 from McKee. They're shouldering the burden for Philadelphia with Allen Iverson having a poor shooting night. He's playing hurt, has 13 points. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt considering how great he's been in the playoffs. Thomas for 3. He's got it. What a 3 by Tim Thomas.
Right now, Philly's doing a very good job on Allen coming off that screen. They're jumping up on him. Well, when you throw the ball back to Tim Thomas, this is a guy at 6'10" who shoots 3s with ease.
Iverson firing over Hunter. The basket will count. And the foul. Well, you remember George Karl said 8 or 9 3-point baskets. He's got 10 already, and we have 8:46 to go.
Nice game plan.
Saturday, Julie Foudy and the Spirit travel to Carolina to take on Carla Overbeck and the Courage. Don't miss San Diego at Carolina, Saturday at noon on TNT. Every player a superhero.
Course Light. Course Light. Cross Brew. Rocky Mountain Cold. Course Light. Course Light. We gotta follow that.
Yo, Tommy! Tommy, baby!
Tommy, 2 Coors Lights. Tommy, my man.
Guys, level with me. You only like me because I bring you Coors Light.
Tommy, please. Tommy, you could be the nacho guy. Pretzel guy. It's about you. You're not just a beer, man. You're the man.
You're telling me it's not the Rocky Mountain refreshment that bonds us together.
Come on. You're the one and only Tommy.
So if all my Coors Lights were empty, like they are now, we'd still be tight, right?
Where's Mike? Where's Mike? Mikey, 2 Coors Lights, 2.
They make friends so easily.
There's no way that in 30 seconds I can tell you all the great things you can do with this amazing new DirecTV receiver with Ultimate TV service. So I'm not even going to try. Listen, I at least got to tell you that you can record 2 shows at once, control live TV, and digitally store up to 35 hours of programming. But there's a lot more that you need to hear.
Tune in to DirecTV Channel 224 to find out more about Ultimate TV.
You got to see it.
The city of Philadelphia really enjoying this Sixers season. So a local paper, the Philadelphia Daily News, ran a contest where people could vote on the best single-season performance in Philadelphia sports history. Allen Iverson certainly not having the kind of night tonight indicative of his season, but we wanted to know where his MVP season would rate. And as you see, Wilt Chamberlain came in first, his 61-62 season. Steve Carlton, that was the year he won the Cy Young, 1972. Only 2 votes separated those two. Allen came in third. Mike Schmidt, the year the Phillies won the World Series in 1980. And 5th was Bernie Ferrand, who was a member of the Stanley Cup champions. Dick and Hugh, do you have a vote for this?
Yes, I'm going to vote for Allen Iverson because he's here tonight, and I wouldn't want to see him turn thumbs down. Don't forget Iverson with 2 50-point games in the Toronto series at 54 and 52. The only other player to do that in a series, Michael Jordan, against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Pretty big company.
Now Philly coming down the floor right now for the first time this evening. No trap.
12-point game. 76ers trying to make a move right here with 8.5 minutes remaining. Thomas defended out of the perimeter by Jermaine Jones. Allen with 5 on the shot clock. Ray Allen one-hands it as he stayed elevated. 33 for Ray Allen, and that is a playoff high for him. And the lead is 14 again. Rodney Buford driving against Cassell. Here is Eric Snow left open, and Snow playing for George Karl in Seattle, hitting the open jumper.
And Iverson takes the ball to the middle of the floor. Foul line extended out on that wing for a nice little 17-footer opens up because the Buck defender who's guarding whoever is standing there immediately runs and traps Iverson.
And there is a 3-point attempt missed by Allen, only his 2nd miss. From behind the arc.
That was in the rim.
Right.
In and out.
Snow at the point. Here is Hunter defending Iverson. Allen Iverson driving the baseline. Finds Jermaine Jones. Blocked by Irvin Johnson. And up ahead to Ray Allen. And Allen fouled by Rodney Buford. And Ray Allen with 33 will go to the free throw line. Good block inside. Very quietly, Irvin Johnson doing a solid defensive job down low.
In game 1, Milwaukee came up with 9 blocks. It's something which you have a tendency to underestimate with their team. But they are an excellent shot-blocking team, and they have done it all season long.
Allen now with 34 points, but these are his first free throw attempts, hitting 7 of 10 from threes. Playoff career high. Only one made by Ray Allen. The lead is 13 by the Bucks.
We told you about his great shooting. He's been shooting over 90% on the foul line throughout the playoffs, so that was a rare miss.
Hill fouled is Thomas defending him, and Ray Allen from behind, and they're going to call it against Tim Thomas.
Sam Cassell just made a very good point to Ronnie Garrettson, the referee. Hey, he caught him with an elbow first before he made the move. And in my opinion, Sam Cassell was right 100%. That's the only way that Hill was able to open up. See, if Hill could show some offense throughout the rest of the series, it would take the load off of Mutombo and McKee, and then whether Iverson is hot or not.
Hill missing the first free throw attempt. Hill had 5 points in game 1 and 4 thus far tonight. And right now, let's take a look at the TNT Original Series Witchblade, coming June 5th to TNT.
Powered by justice, fueled by evil. Coming this summer, TNT's newest original series, Witchblade.
Check out Witchblade, the series, Tuesday at 9, all summer long on TNT. So the 2 missed free throws by Hill, and Thomas going in, and there's a foul before the shot. And the personal is against Hill, his 3rd, and the 2nd team foul against the 76ers.
They just cannot get that spurt, Dick. They've had the opportunities. You look here, they had 2 foul shots. They had a second shot attempt on the rebound. But give Milwaukee a lot of credit. See, the shot blocking's coming into page here in the second half.
Allen looking for an open spot. Finds it and hits. Ray Allen now with 36 points. So he is doing the same kind of things that Vince Carter and Allen Iverson did in the Toronto-Philadelphia series, having a big scoring night. Here's Mutombo against Irvin Johnson. Going back to Mutombo. Foul.
Now that was good basketball by a pivot man. The ball came in as he goes to make his move. Double team. He kicked the ball out, and then he reposted and backed his man right under the rim. So on the next catch, it was either going to be a dunk or you have to foul me.
Cassell with the personal foul, and that is the 14th foul against the Bucks. And here's Mutombo, who has 16 points, 20 rebounds, and is 10 of 12 from the line. Now 11 out of 13.
Iverson, you know, will get you 46, 47 minutes every night throughout the playoffs. Mutombo has been like a rock throughout the playoffs. He's averaging right around 43 minutes a game. And it's interesting because he and Iverson never get in foul trouble.
Milwaukee by 13. That's been a familiar margin in this game in the second half. Here is Hunter going over to Thomas, firing over Hill and hitting. So every time the 76ers think they've got a spurt going, they come right back and answer with a jumper.
Once again, Dick, it's the screen and spot up, or the screen and roll. It's wearing Philly out because the man coming over the top of the screen is dangerous, but then when they throw the ball back, the people can make the distant 3 or 2-point spot up.
Sixers, or Milwaukee, 50% shooting tonight.
Yo, Tommy, baby. Tommy, 2 Coors Lights. Tommy, my man.
Guys, level with me. You only like me because I bring you Coors Light.
Tommy, please. Tommy, you could be the nacho guy. Pretzel guy. It's about you. You're not just a beer, man. You're the man.
You're telling me it's not the Rocky Mountain refreshment that bonds us together.
Come on. You're the one and only Tommy.
So if all my Coors Lights were empty, like they are now, we'd still be tight, right?
Where's Mike? Mikey. 2 Coors Lights, 2.
They make friends so easily.
Hey, you want to see how powerful Sunkist really is? Watch this. Oh, girls. This might take a while. Sunkist, experience the charge.
It's got exhaust valves the size of a P-51 Mustang's. Its displacement per cylinder is greater than a 426 Heavy's. Its crankshaft weighs over 40 pounds. The all-new Honda VTX 1800, the world's most extreme V-twin cruiser.
My name is David, and I'm in 4th grade. Today, my schoolmates and I went to a reading workshop. I was really excited because Keith Van Horn from the New Jersey Nets was there. He was a lot taller than I thought. Keith explained how important reading is and how fun it can be. I already like to read, but he showed me that reading is cool too. Today was a good day.
The Bucks lead by 15 points, and their king tonight has been Ray Allen, 36 points.
You just love it. He just stops on a dime and shoots the three right in your face. And then out on the wing. He loves that left side behind the three-point line. See the little bump fade on you? You can shoot up over the top of Iverson. Right here, he does it again. Now this is a great play right there. You can see that was real action. He went to it right away.
Pretty good action too, as Iverson hitting Jermaine Jones on the key with the baskets, 84-71. But Ray Allen having a terrific game, and last year Milwaukee knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. But this year, the country getting a chance to see Ray Allen in action and how good he is. 38 points now.
The defender, Aaron McKee, cheated. Tried to beat him over that screen. He went backdoor on him. Sam Cassell put that pass right on the money.
Right now they're trading baskets, and that's not going to get it done for Philadelphia as the pass eludes Jermaine Jones.
I want to bring out a point about Ray Allen. We've been telling you tonight he's got 36. He's 7 for 10 in threes. Having a great shooting game. Well, throughout the 13 playoff games, he is now 40 for 80 in threes. He's shooting 50%. That is some number when you consider the 80 attempts.
Here's Robinson on the screen and roll. Behind his back to Urban Johnson. And now the Milwaukee Bucks sending a lot of the fans to the exits here at the First Union Center. They lead 88-71 with 4:45 to go.
Not in the cards tonight, no doubt about it. Mainly because the half-court offense has been outstanding for Milwaukee tonight. Outstanding.
And Eric Snow from the baseline. Jermaine Jones gets it out to Iverson, who's going to fire a three. It's the air ball, and maybe that tells a lot of the story tonight for Philadelphia's problems. Iverson is 5 for 25 from the field and has 16 points. Meanwhile, Raja Bell is getting set to come into the game, the rookie from Florida International. They reset the shot clock right now at 22 seconds.
Well, in my opinion, I thought this is how this series would go. I thought that Milwaukee would come in here and get one win. We're talking about a team that has plenty of guns. We have seen that on display tonight, and we said if their 4 and 5 positions can just even the boards, they are going to be a handful in the series.
That's exactly what they did, Hubie. And Glenn Robinson started the first and third quarters hot, and Allen's been hot the whole game. Allen going back to Cassell. Here's Aaron McKee with a 4-on-3 break, but Allen got a hand on that pass, breaking up the fast break opportunity. Eric Snow going up. 76ers still have possession. McKee with the baseline. Jermaine Jones, and a loose ball foul is called against Sam Cassell, and that'll be the 4th foul on Cassell. But time running out on the 76ers, and Larry Brown, seeing it, will go with his bench. Todd McCullough, Raja Bell, Kevin Ollie, Rodney Buford. So Larry Brown says that's it for tonight. We'll be 1-1, and let's set up for another day, Game 3 in Milwaukee.
Well, they have to do something, and I don't know whether they can, and that is the medical condition of Iverson. That is key. Then you know that they're playing without Lynch, and then Geiger tonight does not give them any minutes. All right, he says the tendonitis is bad. What people also forget is that during the course of the year, they lost Speedy Claxton, their #1 draft pick, who they just loved in training camp. And then also, Rashawn McLeod, who they received from Atlanta, just went through another surgery again yesterday, and he's a guy who was averaging double figures in Atlanta. So they're without a lot of the pieces.
Cassell hitting the jumper for the Bucks, and let's not forget that Eric Snow and Aaron McKee are playing hurt. They were out during the course of the season. Winding down to 3 minutes remaining in the game and 10 on the shot clock. Milwaukee Bucks getting that win. So as we said, until you break service, series doesn't start. Well, the Milwaukee Bucks broke service and now have the home court advantage in their favor going back for games 3 and 4.
Well said, Dick. Don't you love it in the second half tonight? Irvin Johnson has not only rebounded, but he has stepped up here now and has at least 3 blocks. And he's making his presence felt in the painted area.
Every Tuesday, see the story of a woman who started out a cop and became something more.
Are you justice?
Witchblade, the original series. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. beginning June 5th, only on TNT.
Yeah, one more time. She's checking you out.
I've never seen anything that red.
Ditto. Bolder, richer, creamier. Killian's Irish Red. One look says a lot.
Tune in to Movie Showcase for weekly previews of what's hot on DirecTV premium movie channels. See what's playing on Showtime.
We have nothing in common. Where's Jamie?
Playing on HBO.
Make me a believer!
A menace. And playing on Stars. Check out Movie Showcase on Channel 500 and preview the best of what's on DirecTV premium movie channels.
For 4 retired gangsters.
Do you ever live here? Define live.
Being out of the life.
Special orders do upset us.
Was killing them.
I want you to whack somebody.
Nobody's gonna whack nobody.
There's nothing like a little action.
Let's get lucky.
To make them feel young again.
Okay, honey, I'm all ready for you. Are you all ready for me?
The Crew. This month on Direct Ticket Pay-Per-View.
TNT.
Coming up after the game inside the NBA presented by Hyundai, the gang's all here. Let's hear it from the gang right now. Ern?
Thank you, Dick. I got one question for you guys. With all your games of playoff experience, is there anything better than having a huge crowd like this file out with 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go in dead silence? Because the Bucks have really silenced them here.
Yeah, it's great to win on the road, because the crowd is so jacked up. It is best to shut them up. Yeah, when we used to go to Phoenix all the time.
Never too late to get in a shot. Back to you, Dick.
You know, it's the last game, and I hope they turn Charles Mike on in the postgame show, because I know he'll have a rejoinder for Mr. Smith. Another Tar Heel, I might add, another point guard. We're loaded with North Carolina point guards who played under Dean. 2.5 to go, and here is Ray Allen, another 3. No, Buford getting the rebound. Ray Allen with 38 points tonight. It's been his show. Jermaine Jones misfiring, and we approach the 2-minute mark. So after not bringing their A game on Tuesday night, the Milwaukee Bucks brought their A-plus game tonight, Hubie.
Well, the offense was outstanding. I thought their traps early in that first quarter set a tone about how they would defend Iverson, and all of the players were in the rotations. They got plenty of deflections. They did not give Philly very many good looks in that first half. Now, we realize Philly made a run, but they could never get it below 7.
And that was a great point, because you say we know about the scoring of the big three, but what people who are the supporting cast, and you pointed out early, and that's what they did. 1:45 to go, and of course this is our last broadcast, and we want to thank a lot of people. Right. You know, you carry a camera on your shoulder, you mix the audio, someone has to pick the right shots in a game, and we want to thank a lot of people right now in our last broadcast. Jeff Benke, our producer, Bill McCoy, our director, our associate directors, Renardo Lowe and Lisa Smith, Matt Kane, Casey Carter, our production assistants, Doug Haskins, our technical manager, Lockball Hans, Kevin Little, Greg Prosser, Bill Grittinger, and Aaron Stoikov, Jeff Barrett in the graphics, all have done a great job. We have the easy job here, Hubie.
Absolutely. Say amen to that. I'm still in awe of how the picture gets up out of the truck.
How does that picture get to your house?
There you go.
1:15 to go. 92-73. Milwaukee just finishing it out. And a little fancy stuff, and traveling is called against Rafer Alston, who gets a little fancy coming in late in the game. But why not? The Milwaukee Bucks have a lot to be happy about. Philadelphia and Milwaukee played 6 different times in the playoffs during the 80s, and now they resume their rivalry here in the new century. And it'll be 1-1. Todd McCullough with the turnaround with under a minute to go.
It's nice to see that both coaches understand where the game is. Let the younger fellas get a little bit of time. They say, well, it's garbage time. Well, the main thing is that they're in the game. They're getting an opportunity. You never know when there might be injuries within the next couple of ball games, and one of these guys would have to step up and get major minutes off the bench.
And the shot clock expires. Well, along the lines of the people who have been with us all season long, Marty Aronoff, our statistician, and Hubie, once again, the Hall of Famer, Hubie Brown, good to be working with the best.
Well, Dick, it's always a pleasure. You and I have been together for many a moon.
Yes, we have.
It's always professional, and we really enjoy the games. We had a wonderful season during the course of the year. We had a lot of great ball games, and then the playoffs have been exciting, especially here in the East, with the 2 previous series going 7. And I think that this series right now, if Iverson can become healthy, could be a barn burner.
Well, it'll be interesting. The rest of the line will be on NBC, and this is TNT's last telecast of the season. And we have seen the likes of Allen Iverson and Vince Carter in the previous series in the Eastern Conference, and Ray Allen tonight. I want to remind you, tomorrow night on NBC, the Western Conference Finals continue as San Antonio tries to get back in the series, down 2-0. Spurs versus Lakers, Game 3, and coverage will begin at 9 p.m. Eastern. To talk about stars, Kobe Bryant, who's been tremendous and really the key to the team, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, and David Robinson, the Twin Towers. So 9.3 remain in this one. Ray Allen with 38 points, 7 of 11 from three-point territory. Cassell with 14 points, 11 assists. Robinson with 16. So the big 3 got it done tonight. And for Philadelphia, Aaron McKee had 21, Mutombo 18 and 20 rebounds, and Allen Iverson, as Huey mentioned, you got to wonder about his health as he scores only 16 points on 5 of 26 from the field. And the final score here at the First Union Center in Philadelphia, the Milwaukee Bucks 92, the Philadelphia 76ers 78, and this best-of-7 series now all tied at 1 apiece. Let's go out now to Craig Sager.
Talked to you at halftime. You said you felt it. You had the shot going. You guys didn't let up. What does this mean? Obviously, you're 1-1, but the way you handled the game, did you guys send more than just a message?
I would like to think that we sent a message. We went out there, we played hard, we had a great time playing basketball tonight, and most importantly, we played together.
We have production meetings during the course of the day. Hubie Brown said this afternoon, it's time we give Ray Allen his due. Here's a guy that shot 48% during the regular season from the field, 43 from threes, and 89 from the line. But in the playoffs, he's upped all those. Now here tonight, you go in and shoot 15 of 24 and 7 of 10 from threes. Why?
I'm having fun, Craig. I love the game of basketball. I love my teammates. And I'm not doing anything different than I've been doing all year. We're going out there and we're playing hard, and this is playoffs. You got to step your game up.
You say you're doing nothing different, but you have to be in some type of a groove. You're 40 of 80 in this playoff year from threes.